Love you too, ma'am. I didn't want to be an actor just reading books or watching movies. I wanted to be an actor who's been in the garage. See, I've come from the school of, if I can call that a school of Anurag, Kashyap. ट्रोलिंग घर पे होती है ना तो आप ग्राउंडेड रहते हो. इंटरनेट कांट शेक मी. थैंक यू. यार बॉम्बे की बरसात में घर से निकलना बहुत मुश्किल काम है, so thank you so much for turning up. Thank you. Love you guys.
Vicky, this is सच्चा प्यार, हाँ? ये सच्चा प्यार है.
Thank you, means a lot.
Vicky, do you ever get tired of people saying how's the Josh?
No, not at all. How's the Josh? Not at all. हाँ? ये दुख का खत्म नहीं होता.
Okay, so Vicky, you and I met first in 2015.
Yes.
Cannes Film Festival. His film premieres Masan at the festival. I think it's the debut. I thought it was the debut of the year. I mean, you were. हाँ, बिल्कुल. I agree. पहले बॉल पे छक्का था. And it's honestly been such a pleasure to see you soar. I think you're an amazing actor. And what really baffles and thrills me is the variety of your talent. So, you know the fact that you can do the heroism of Uri, but you can also do the kind of the depth of the drama in Sardar Udham, but also be this goofy, silly person in Govinda Naam Mera, or this guy in Zara Bachke, Zara Hatke, who's doing all sorts of not so nice things, some nice things. How do you get to be an actor who can do so many things so well? What's the secret sauce?
I think I don't conceptualize acting in my head. Firstly, it's not a theory that I have to learn or I have to. I just see, the thing is, with every film that is done, then for me it's done. I don't think I'm not coming with the baggage. Okay, 5 films I've done or 7 films I've done. Now I'm going into the 8th, so it has to be different from that. I don't usually go into that. For me, every new film, every new character starts with me firstly sitting with the director and the writers and going through multiple reading sessions. To constantly.
This is outside of the workshops you would do ordinarily. Yourself, you say ki I need to sit with the writer and the director.
For every film.
Okay.
For every film, at least a month before we go on floors, I try and sit as much as I can with them. To understand the text, to understand why things were written in this way in the film and what got left behind, what's not there in the film, what according to them is the character that they want, what's their vision with the story and everything, because I as an actor, I feel I'm merely a medium through which the visionary, who's the director, who wants to convey a certain story or certain range of emotions to the audience. So I need to be an extension of that vision. I need to be a part of that vision. So for every film, for every character, I just try and understand what the director wants. And of course, with the given text, with the given story, with the given world of the character, what are the things that I can bring to the table? उससे ज़्यादा मुझे भी नहीं पता मैं क्या करता हूँ या क्या नहीं, but it's also for every character. The process is different, the study is different. So but I try and keep it simple. I try and keep it not make it over complicated or overthink about this should be the character, that should be the character. Many a times it happens that when we start shooting, in a couple of days is when you really find that character, and you keep finding sometimes through the film. You know, sometimes you're not prepared for how much that character ends up giving you back. So, and I like that journey to keep finding that character, to be on that journey with that person also.
So, but Vicky, pehle I remember one interview we had done. You had said actually when you had first started out, you said that you would overthink. You said because you were so eager to please that you would overthink your performances. But at that time, you were maybe more willing to experiment and more ready to fail. Are those things different now? Have the acting instincts changed a lot?
No, I don't think so. From my side, I don't think so.
You're the same actor is inherently?
No, I will never be the same actor. I will keep evolving, for good or for bad, but I will keep evolving. I will keep remolding myself. That is the quest I'm on. But yes, how it started was always that my validation used to come from the director saying, "Bahut acha shot tha." Yeah, or just like it was not internal. It was not about how I felt as an actor performing a scene. और वो सच्चाई हमेशा पता होती है एक्टर को कि आप सच्चे थे या नहीं थे, आप उस मोमेंट में थे या नहीं थे. तो इसलिए कई बार होता है कि यू कम बैक होम फीलिंग यार कुछ और कर सकता था, ये भी हो सकता था, वो भी हो सकता था, एंड दैट आई फील इज हेल्दी. बट व्हाट हैज the one big thing that I've learned in my journey so far is that it's the toughest thing to do, at least it was for me, but it's the most liberating thing for me to experience as an actor, is to just surrender. And that was actually one of my closest friends, who's one of my harshest critic, who was also an AD with me on Gangs of Wasseypur. She said after a couple of films that यार खुद को छोड़, थोड़ा और छोड़, गलती हो जाएगा पर छोड़ना सीख. And I thought about it and I started doing that, and that's when I felt कि यार मेरा confidence बहुत बढ़ गया, and I'm really enjoying it now, and I'm not at the mercy of that validation. It's more internal now कि मुझे पता है कि कितना मैं सच्चा हूँ उस character से.
But ये जो सच्चाई होती है विकी, in the moment while you're doing the scene, you know कि I've hit it, or you
नहीं, जब डायरेक्टर कट बोलते हैं तो पता होता है कि
I was there.
हाँ, I was, मतलब सच्चा था जो भी था. वो अब the director might want something else, but whatever it was वो सच्चा था. अब if now something else needs to be done, then that's fine, then I'll find my truth there also. But वो कट पे पता लग जाता है कि सच्चा था या और सच्चा हो सकता है.
So has there ever been a time when you've done a scene which you knew कि I could have done better, I winged it basically, and then you get lots of praise for that scene? वो कभी होता है?
Praise like eventually when the film releases?
हाँ, कि लोगों को लगता है वाह क्या सीन किया है.
नहीं, पर to be very honest, वो हर फिल्म देख के मुझे कभी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि यार इससे बेटर मैं नहीं कर सकता था. वो हमेशा, but that's the thing about retrospect, कि वो retrospect as an actor, वो हमेशा लगता है कि यार at least in the first viewing, when I see that film, that character for the first time as me or whatever, as an audience, तब मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि यार और कुछ कर सकता था, कुछ अच्छा और हो सकता था. But then that's just me, वो थोड़ा self critical वो होता ही हूँ मैं.
You're not happy with your work? Do you pat yourself on the back?
नहीं, वो तो
कभी भी नहीं.
उतना confidence ही नहीं है मुझमें. वो होता ही नहीं है. हमेशा लगता है कुछ ना कुछ कि नहीं यार थोड़ा और कुछ.
Even after Uri became a massive blockbuster?
हाँ, अभी भी कुछ वो लगता ही है, पर वो सिर्फ मुझे लगता है और मुझे ही पता है, मैं किसी को बताता नहीं हूँ क्या सीन, कौन सा सीन, पर मुझे लगता है हाँ ठीक है, बट वो सेम नहीं रहेगा, वो या तो उससे अच्छा होगा. और there's also one thing कि वो एक्टिंग ना दिमाग में बहुत अच्छी होती है, बट जब आप करने जाओ तो तब जितनी सच्ची होती है बस उतनी ही निकल पाती है. पर दिमाग में तो आप ब्रांडो जितनी एक्टिंग कर ही लेते हो कि यार ऐसा कुछ होता ना और ऐसा करके ऐसा कुछ हो जाता, तो वो तो दिमाग तो हमेशा चलता ही रहता है कि यार ऐसी एक्टिंग हो जाती मुझसे और वैसी एक्टिंग हो जाती. बट ठीक है.
So, we did a front row with Katrina for Phone Booth.
Right.
And I asked her, Ki, do the two of you talk about work and do you help each other as actors? So she told us this very funny story that I want all of you to hear, please.
I think the best thing about Vicky is he doesn't take himself seriously, and everything about his process is so effortless. There is no strain, there's no stress. And I've seen him do this thing with me. Sriram had changed the scene in the night. We were shooting this the next morning for Merry Christmas. It was a 3-page scene with big dialogues. And I was reading it, but I wanted to rehearse it off the page. So he said, should I do, Vijay's, your co-star's lines? I was like, yeah, do that. So he took the page, read it twice, and then put it down. And I said, but we have to rehearse. And he said, yeah, I'm ready.
He knew it?
He did the entire scene, I promise you, with not a mistake off that without looking at the script. Just like that, he had it. And he just has an ease with material. He has an ease with lines. He has an ease, which I think that's what you see on screen. But for that night, I was hating him. I was like, I'm going to be up for the next 3 hours memorizing the scene. And he literally learned it in, okay, done. And it was done. And then he was like, you don't learn the lines. You learn the feeling. You learn the emotion. And then you just say, you say what comes. And then I'm like, get out of here.
I love that she told him to get out of here because he's such a good actor. So, this ability to have ease with material, is this cultivated or were you just born with it?
I think, I've come from the school of, if I can call that a school of Anurag, Kashyap.
Yeah.
Where I was an AD, firstly on Gangs of Wasseypur. Then obviously Masan was his production, and then Raman Raghav, Man Marziyan. Even in fact, that happens for Sujit Da as well, for Sardar Udham, that you get the text 10 minutes before the scene is shot. So वो शायद training ऐसी हो गई है कि पढ़ के and whatever, and I've never really mug up lines. I never really हाँ ये बोलता है फिर ऐसे मेरे से होता नहीं है वो. I read and I read. नहीं मैं रट्टा नहीं मारता हूँ. I will take 10 minutes extra, but I will read it like 100 times, 200 times and everything, and I will sit and think कि ये क्यों बोल रहा है. I try and memorize कि what thought follows what thought, and that's how I end up learning lines. So yeah, क्या question क्या था? Ease. तो यार ease I think वहाँ से text की वहाँ से आई है क्योंकि वो training ही वैसी मिली है कि 10 मिनट पहले I remember for a scene in Man Marziyan which was the last scene between me and Taapsee where I'm saying कि यार it's okay and and whatever. There's the breakup scene between them. Me and Taapsee both were in costume. All Anurag sir knew that कि track shot लगा दे, camera ये, lens ये लगा दे, मैं scene लिखता हूँ. So हम उस घर के छत पे मैं तापसी हम बैठे हुए हैं कि सीन लिखा जा रहा है. 2 पेज का बनेगा, 20 पेज का बनेगा, हमें कुछ नहीं पता. एंड देन वो सीन मिलता है, हम पढ़ते हैं, रिहर्सल करते हैं और फिर सीधे सीन करते हैं. तो वो आई थिंक वो ट्रेनिंग वैसी मिली है. इनफैक्ट द ड्रंक सीन इन सरदार उधम ऑल्सो where he's saying about war and sharing and free speech. That scene was given to me in the car heading to set, and it was a drunk scene and all of that. So I think it's got to do with the training that I've been a part of, which I feel really blessed about. Yeah.
So Lakshman Utekar, who made Zara Bachke Zara Hatke,
Zara Hatke Zara Bachke.
Zara Hatke Zara Bachke, sorry. He said that he cast you because you have star value, but you also have middle class values, which is an unusual combination, right? The star values came, like the star value of it came when obviously when Uri became that blockbuster. After that, Vicky, how hard has it been to retain those middle class values? My sense of you is that you're still the same guy. Are you still the same guy?
Oh, Yeah, I think so. See, मुझे firstly ऐसा लगता है कि middle class values ना वो जा नहीं सकते. वो I just नहीं आप कोशिश कर सकते हो. आप फिर you know see the values are not dependent on how good your clothes are or what brands you wear. Values are a completely different thing. वो values हमेशा रहेंगे and वो I think वो है भी और I don't know. It's part of my culture. It's part of who I am. So if that is not there, then I am not me. So acting करना ये सब काम है, but I can't lose myself. I can't lose who I am. कहीं ना कहीं a part of me goes into every character I play. So yeah, I think that middle class thing तो कूट के भरा हुआ है अंदर, वो तो कहाँ से जाएगा?
You told me your mom says to you कि क्या आपने आपको स्टार समझने लगा?
वो तो मम्मी का फेवरेट हथियार है. मुझे याद है एक बार 2018 या 2019 something one of the leading publications was like most desirable and something and कुछ मेरा नाम आ गया था उसमें and I had come back from a trip and दोस्तों के साथ खूब खाया मस्ती की ये वो तो and I came back and I'm just lying down, shirt open, and like, my mom is like, देख लो ये है most desirable. तो जब ट्रोलिंग घर पे होती है ना तो आप ग्राउंडेड रहते हो. मुझे इंटरनेट कांट शेक मी.
Just fab.
Yeah.
Tell your mom I'm a fan.
Yeah. अरे she's got some of the wittiest one-liners. कुछ ना कुछ बीच-बीच में से आता रहता है. Especially when it's got to do with ऐसे वाले taunt ना. अरे पंजाबी माँ expert होती हैं.
So Vicky, on Film Companion, one of the most watched videos is the tape cast video with you and Katrina. Right? It has over 12 million views and get this 9,000 comments. It's crazy. And if you read those comments, some of them are like, whenever I'm sad, I come back and watch this video. Like, it's really sweet. It's really, really sweet. And the funny thing is that when you guys got married, people were tweeting to me that I am Seema auntie from okay, which I thought was just fab. But here's my question. She's had such an incredible career, right? Like 2 decades of handling highs, lows, a really massive stardom.
Yeah.
What have you learned from her about handling fame and about handling the business?
Oh. See, she is... No, yaar, serious सवाल है. No, she is... See, the thing is, it's strange when it comes to work and when it comes to this side, she is so practical. Otherwise, she's like a typical Cancerian and she's very, very emotional and a sensitive person. But when it comes to this side, and maybe it's come from this experience, that she's just got her like ground reality right. And in fact, that helps me so much. And that's one of the biggest support I get from her is that she will blurt out the fact as a fact. You know, and especially when it comes to my performance or my film trailer or anything to do with my work, and especially sometimes when I show her my dance rehearsals, then I'm dead. So she is like really this, and sometimes when it also comes about making decisions ki yaar, about ki ye karu ya ye karu and everything, and she'll really state out things which I know it's coming from so much experience. You know, of those highs and lows, of those right decisions and mistakes and everything put together. That when she advises me on something, when she has an opinion, I know I have to take it like, consider it seriously. You know, because it's coming from a very, very third person point of view, very objective point of view, which sometimes you need. Sometimes when you are in the middle of all that clustered thoughts, you need that somebody to go just outside it and just give you that perspective. And I think that wisdom and that practicality that she's gotten over the years is something really, really commendable. It's really commendable, and also for her to really have achieved what she's achieved with, you know, probably knowing her, like all the things were not absolutely in her tide to make things work. She's really hustled, she's really worked hard, and to ace it. And also I truly feel like there's always a generation where you know ki acha yaar, this was Hema Malini's era, this was Rekha's era, and I don't want to cross any line on her behalf or whatever, but I truly feel this era, she really kind of achieved that milestone on her merit, which I feel is completely amazing.
Yeah. And my colleague Rohini Ramanathan, who was warming up everybody for your arrival.
Yeah, I heard like some 10 House the Joshes going on.
She wanted me to ask you this, and I think it's an amazing question because she said it's very important for men to hear this. What does it take to be a good husband to a successful woman?
Yeah, I think. Huh? Keep quiet at home.
नहीं यार.
हाँ, मतलब choose your moments to be quiet. But I think it all depends on just try to be a good human being. I think that's what matters, and also just always be aware. This is something that I'd heard somewhere, and it really like changed my perspective. I feel when two people are come together, we always try and reach a middle point, which I feel is always going to be a battle. Because it's then how much you come on my side and how much I have to come on your side. But we have to realize that you always have to, I think we are always in the quest of finding that middle point, not towards each other, but a new middle point which becomes an us. It's not you, it's not me, but it's us. So we have a lifetime to figure that us out. And we'll keep trying to figure that point out. And that's where I feel is something you have to let go of just what you want. It's no more you. It's always now it's us, and yes, we're just trying our best and loving this journey of finding us.
How nice! How lovely. Vicky, your journey has also been quite tough. You are a nepo baby. You've grown up in the business, but not the comfortable side. You've seen tough times. Your father's seen tough times. I remember you telling me that. There was one time, at one point, you didn't even want to tell people that you wanted to be an actor because you weren't confident about how you looked, right? Then you start to do auditions and you get told, oh, you're not hero material, but you can be hero ka friend, hero ka bhai, etc., etc. I remember you said to me once that you stood in line to do an audition for a Bhojpuri film for about an hour and a half, and you didn't get it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you've seen that. You've done the grind. I'm asking this for all the actors in this audience. When you're at that place where it doesn't look like the break is coming, where that light at the end of the proverbial tunnel can't be seen, what do you tell yourself to keep going?
See, the thing is, one thing that I always believed was that whenever I thought that it's too far off, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I always believed that it's only going to take one phone call to change it. So it's not that far, it's just one phone call. It'll come. It's just one phone call. So, but one thing I made it a point was that because I'm an engineering student who's always just studied engineering in books, but I can't repair one bulb or a TV, I didn't want to be an actor just reading books or watching movies. I wanted to be an actor who's been in the garage, who's worked with a car, opened up a car, learned a car. So I wanted, one thing was set that no matter what happens, at 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go out. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know whom I'm going to meet today. I'm going to go out. I knew a certain few places जहाँ पे auditions होते हैं. यहाँ पे कुछ ad companies के offices हैं, यहाँ पे casting directors के offices हैं, और यहाँ पे कुछ film directors के offices हैं. 11 बजे निकलूँगा, 5 बजे से पहले घर नहीं आऊँगा. अब मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या करूँगा, पर मैं जाऊँगा, लोगों से मिलूँगा, बोलूँगा एक्टिंग करनी है, ऑडिशन दूंगा, जो भी करूँगा, पर मैं घर पे नहीं बैठूँगा, क्योंकि वो घर पे बैठ के तो काम नहीं मिलेगा. So I didn't want to sit at home and just, like I said, ना दिमाग में एक्टिंग, हर कोई ब्रांडो होता है, सबको अच्छी एक्टिंग आती है. पर it's a practicing art. तो मैंने कहा बाकी सब छोड़ा. I used to do a lot of workshops. I used to try and do theater also. Theater groups join कर लिए. I used to do backstage production in a theater group. So everywhere, but I also somewhere like I had given myself time also. Because my family is from the city, तो I had the luxury of giving myself कि यार 4-5 साल तू जमा के सीख काम. Don't be in a rush.
तो एक डेडलाइन थी अपने आप के लिए?
नहीं, डेडलाइन नहीं थी. पर मैंने आई डोंट नो, आई बिलीव इन मैनिफेस्टिंग अ लॉट एंड मेहनत कर रहा था, पर साथ में एक था कि हो जाएगा. पता नहीं कैसे था, एंड हो सकता है इस वजह से भी था बिकॉज देयर समथिंग दैट माय मॉम हैड वंस सेड व्हिच एक्चुअली गिव मी अ लॉट ऑफ पावर एंड इट स्टिल डज. एंड आई वाज हैविंग फूड एंड आई वाज रियली वन ऑफ दोस डेज व्हेन आई एम लाइक यू नो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा यार, कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा. वे विल आई लाइक it's everything is like too far off, and so she's like, it's not your job to know how it's going to happen, it's your job to have faith that it's going to happen. The how part of it, don't try and become God. You know, you can plan it out and whatever, but don't kill yourself over it. So, and that line always gave me faith, and she just said it nonchalantly. I told you she's a great one-liner, this thing. So, but that gave me a lot of power at that time. And somehow, like it's a very interesting thought which came to me, like, you know, it hit me like this thing. When I had enrolled myself in an acting school in Bombay, and this was 2009, just when I had passed out from college. And in one of those sessions, they were like, Kiar, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what's your future like, blah, blah, blah. मुझे क्या पता 5 साल में कहाँ होऊंगा ये. तो I said यार हाँ, you know, I'll in 5 to 6 years you'll see a poster of mine. मैंने कहा बोल दो, but somewhere having that faith also, but not faith की ऐसे कुछ. But then this was July 2009, and then July 2015 Masan released, which was 5 years from now. But something I think is also destiny and luck and everything, but also yes, lots of auditions. I cracked 10, failed in 10,000. You know, I worked with 10 people, could not work with 10,000. So it's all that is there, you know, behind everything that you end up seeing. But ठीक है, तब मजे आते थे. अब सोचता हूँ तो मुझे भी डर लगता है कि कैसे हो गया यार. But तब यार, because I really loved what I was doing. I really used to genuinely love, like, you know, performing, चाहे वो audition हो, theater हो, मज़ा आता था. I used to feel कि यार ये इसके अलावा तो कुछ नहीं करना. मुझे नहीं पता कितना टाइम लगेगा, but इसके अलावा तो कुछ नहीं करना मुझे.
So there was joy in it, yeah.
Has to be. I think this one thing that this line really tests is that are you really like passionate about it? Are you really
नीयत क्या है?
नीयत क्या है?
Yeah.
नीयत बहुत टेस्ट होती है यहाँ.
Yeah.
कि आपकी नीयत क्या है. And also one thing that my dad told me is कि यार plan B लेके मत आना. यहाँ पे जैसे ही plan B होगा ना, and it's different for different people, but for me that always works. When I know that there's no safety net, I always jump a little bit more far.
Really?
Yeah. It happens to me. It gives me power.
You know, I read about your father coming to the city, and his first job was like 350 rupees, and he just went into action and became a stuntman because he felt like at least then usi din kuch paise milte hain and you could go home with.
Yeah.
So you've seen him dheere become the sort of, you know, the rock star action director that he is. When you see that, Vicky, what happens to your relationship with money? Do you become more conservative because you've seen tough days? Or does it become like you want to spend it because it's there now?
Yeah. No, one thing that my parents always made sure that me and Sunny both knew the difference between is necessity and luxury. They always kept saying that necessity will be something that will be provided to you. Luxury is something you'll have to earn on your own. That demarcation was always there. When we were going to college, when I was an AD or whatever, we had a second car, but I was never allowed to drive it. Unless I have to take mom to drop her for yoga. But if I'm going for my job, for my work, to go to Anurag's office, audition, वगैरह, I had to take a bus or an auto. I was never allowed to drive a car unless, like, I can't solo drive a car. तब तक वो नहीं था. You'll have to earn your car. You'll have to buy your own car to do that. So all of that, and also to be honest, my parents have always kept everything open in terms of यार घर का एक फर्नीचर कैसे आया है. उन्होंने वो नहीं छुपाया कि अच्छा यार बच्चों से हार्डशिप्स छुपा के रखते हैं. Why do they need to see it? They've always like been very open about it. So me and Sunny both know कि यार जो भी by God's grace हमने तरक्की देखी है वो कितनी मेहनत से आई है. वो sometimes like, and being an action director you also have to be a stuntman before that for 10 years, and he's lit himself on fire. He's fallen off 10 stories buildings. He's
With, I'm sure,
fallen off
zero
horses.
safety measures.
No
Back in the
safety
day तो
measures.
कुछ भी नहीं था.
कुछ भी नहीं होता था.
Yeah.
So he's done all of that. Like the other day he was telling me, because I'm learning to ride a horse now for an upcoming project. The first time he rode a horse, he didn't know how to. But he's like, अगर मैं नहीं चलाता तो मुझे पैसे नहीं मिलते. तो उन्होंने कहा मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, मैं तो घोड़े पे बैठा था, घोड़ा ही भागा है. तो कहते गिरे. मैं कहा हाँ गिरा. तो उनका यहाँ पे एक फ्रैक्चर हुआ था जो तब उनके पास पैसे नहीं थे वो करने के. तो आज भी उनकी वो हड्डी टूटी हुई है. ये तो तब पैसे नहीं थे मेरे पास, तभी वो पैसे मिल गए तो खाना ही हो जाता था बस. So it's survival is the most strongest instinct a person can have. So he always used to say when I started up being an actor, he said कि यार देख तेरे पास तेरा परिवार है बॉम्बे में, तेरा घर है बॉम्बे में, तुझे खाना मिलेगा, छत है, सब कुछ है. If there's an actor alongside you who's serious about being an actor, जो छोटे शहर से आया है, जो भाड़ा दे रहा है, जो खुद अपने वो पैसे भी कमा रहा है, घर भी चला रहा है, ये वो, you'll have to work doubly hard to win that race, because he's trying to survive as well, and that instinct is always going to surpass your passion. So having that, he said you take that as a bouncing board. If this is going to make you comfortable, then it's going to become your weakness. So yeah, I mean that I was taught कि ठीक है तू इस इंडस्ट्री में मैं हूँ पर मेरी अपनी स्ट्रगल चल रही है, मुझे एक्टिंग के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता. I'm a technician. पर जब मैं मॉनिटर में किसी एक्टर को परफॉर्म करते हुए देखता हूँ, मुझे मॉनिटर देख के पता लगता है कि ये एक्टिंग कर सकता है या नहीं कर सकता, पर मुझे तेरे क्राफ्ट के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता. सो इफ यू रियली वांट टू बी एन एक्टर, आई लव दिस इंडस्ट्री, आई मेट सम ऑफ द नाइसेस्ट पीपल इन दिस इंडस्ट्री, बट इट्स योर जर्नी, it's your fight. I'm going to be there with you as a father, but not as an action director.
Yeah.
So yeah, that thing was very clear पहले से ही. So I think वो पैसे की जो है चीज़ें and everything, I think वो कहीं ना कहीं वो थी अंदर और हमेशा रहेगी.
Yeah. Like you said, वो values कूट के
अंदर भरे हुए.
Vicky, apart from being an actor, you are also a Punjabi music influencer. So he makes reels and these songs go viral. Like you have changed lives of these singers and musicians. Yes. How do you choose के ये गाना? मतलब it's a lot of responsibility now.
Thank you, Ji. See, I love Punjabi music. I love music firstly. In that. हाँ भाई एक मिनट. मैं कह रहा हूँ गाना सुनना और गाना गाने में बहुत फर्क होता है ना? आप एक्टिंग देखते हो इसका मतलब ये नहीं आपको एक्टिंग आती है ना? But to be very honest, यार I love music and I listen to music pretty much like in the car while eating food. सोने से पहले मुझे बहुत पसंद है और पंजाबी म्यूजिक मुझे बहुत पसंद है. और यार ये जो वायरल वगैरह जो है मुझे वो नहीं पता होता, मैंने तो बस मस्ती में डाल दिया अब. और ऐसा भी नहीं है पहली बार डाला, मैं डालता रहता हूँ कभी कभार 2-4 महीने में एक बार. एंड वो बहुत जेन्युइनली ऐसे एक्चुअली मेरे फ़ोन पे पिटारा पड़ा हुआ है पर कभी बीच में ऐसे शेयर हो जाता. पर इस बार जो हुआ वो मुझे भी नहीं पता था. बट आई एम वेरी हैप्पी फॉर द आर्टिस्ट्स बिकॉज you know there are some really hidden gems out there. who are independent artists, who are new on the block, and they are really creating some amazing music, you know. And सुनने में मज़ा आता है, genuinely मुझे मज़ा आता है. And मैं उनको जानता भी नहीं होता हूँ personally, but I really end up interacting with them या chatting with them, और ऐसे सुन के कभी तो हो जाता है अच्छा कुछ, but ठीक है. But it's got nothing to do with me. The song is great, and if you've made something good, it's destined to reach the audiences, and वो होगा ही. It's their creation, it's their मतलब brilliance, and yeah.
अब pressure थोड़ा लगता
प्रेशर
है?
ना, प्रेशर नहीं लेते हैं. अगली बार कुछ अच्छा लगेगा फिर वीडियो डाल दूंगा. प्रेशर क्या लेना?
You know, Vicky, Katrina had once told me that she had prayed at Mount Mary to become a Yash Chopra heroine. And that actually, of course, happened with Jab Tak Hai
Yeah.
Jaan. Is there a director you pray to be directed by?
Oh, there are many. There are. I want to be in a. जब से शुरुआत की थी ना मुझे, I always wanted to be in a classic love story directed by Mani Ratnam.
Wow.
Yeah, that is one thing. It's like it's my dream, and there are directors that I'm dying to work with. One of them is Vetrimaran sir. I really want to work. Nagaraj Manjule sir, I really want to work. Zoya Akhtar, Rajamouli sir, and yeah.
What
many
fun.
directors.
I would see all those movies. First day, first show.
I would also see them first day, first show. Finally.
Ajay, and you are also, I feel, now becoming the go-to awards host.
Really?
Huh. I've seen you, of course, listen, you hosted Mami back in the day.
Yes, I did.
You remember that?
See, जब शुरुआत अच्छी होती है ना.
Huh. We'll take credit for
Yeah,
this, right? But you know, there's IFA, there's Filmfare, there's all. So just tell me truthfully,
हाँ जी.
what is the joy of being an awards host? Or is it, as one massive actor had once told me, I'm in it for the moolah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. हाँ, मतलब वो ऐसे थोड़ा ना कि वो अगर बोलेंगे फ्री में होस्ट कर दो तो हम होस्ट, वो तो नहीं होगा ना. हम obviously that is there, but होस्टिंग में मज़ा आता है मुझे. जेन्युइनली मुझे वो करने में, काम करने में भी मज़ा आता है. आई ट्राई टू डू परफॉर्मेंसेस, बट उसमें कई बार प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है कि कई बार मेरे गाने नहीं है ना. तो मैं बहुत ट्रिब्यूट देता हूँ एंड ये वो, बट कई बार होता है कि होस्टिंग भी फिर साल में अगर ऐसा कुछ हो, मौका मिले तो आई टेक अप होस्टिंग वर्क ऑल्सो. बट या, आई डू इट, आई एंजॉय इट, या आई हैव फन.
Is it just an extension of what you do? I mean, does it sort of help you?
I love being on stage.
Yeah?
I just love interacting with live audience. And yeah, hosting is one such process.
Right.
Performing on stage is one such process. And yeah, if मतलब अगर मौका मिले तो मैं explore it.
Nice. The IMDb upcoming on your name is like so exciting. What can you tell us about these things?
Sam Bahadur is releasing on the 1st of December this year.
Whoa.
Yes, and it is, thank you, it is probably the toughest role I have gotten to do.
Really? Why?
About probably the greatest man I have come to know of. Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. I had heard about him from my dad and mom who have lived the 71 war in Punjab, but only briefly. But then when I got to hear the script from Meghna, read material on him, get to meet his family and just interact with the army about him, she told me one thing, that they don't make men like him anymore, and that's true. They just don't.
Wow.
It's the toughest. It's probably, I'm very happy that I got to wear the army uniform again. But to wear the uniform of Sam Manekshaw is a completely different ball game, and I can't wait for that film to come out.
How lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, but there's one that's been announced with Tripti. There's a Dharma film
Yes.
with Anurag.
Yes, that's
Can
coming
you
out in
say
February next year.
Anything about that? Ki nahi?
That's a full-blown romantic comedy entertainer. That's a full-blown. Yeah, it's a. If I can say so, मैंने अभी तक picture वो देखी नहीं है. It's a laugh riot. Fingers crossed. Fingers कहीं riot ही ना रह जाए वो. but I'm collaborating with Anand Tiwari again, whom I worked with on Love Per Square Foot.
Which I
So,
love.
yes, so he's directing again. My dear friend Amritpal Singh Bindra is also the producer. So it's like a film I've gotten to work with my family. I'm really excited for that film to come out.
So, Vicky, when you're doing films like this, okay, so obviously Sam Manisha is completely different from this, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to kind of balance out ki one intense, one light, ki whatever instinct leads you to?
Whatever instinct leads me to. If it's like too similar in terms of characterization, I feel ki or the track in the film, then I'm like यार अभी ये explore किया है मैंने, ये शायद मैं वापस नहीं करना चाहूँगा immediately. But otherwise it's more so instinctively. It's not कि अच्छा मैंने romantic कर ली तो अभी it can't be followed up by another romantic. That way I don't think. For me, I don't want to lose out on a good script. So a good script is a good script.
And does your gut tell you as soon as you read something ki isko karo, ki you have to think about it?
Sometimes I have to think about it. Sometimes, and only because sometimes what happens is while you read something, you are in the process of shooting something else. So sometimes I don't have the right objective. Like I had mentioned earlier with Uri, that was the case because I was shooting for Razi. And when I read the script of Uri, maybe it was just the continuous hours of shooting of Razi or whatever. I didn't really get the hang of it. I didn't instantly kind of like, go into it. But then when I read it, like after 3-4 days after the shoot was done, taking a slight break, I felt like this is not the film I read the other day. So sometimes you need time.
You need to mull over it.
Mull over it. Sometimes you need to clean your own slate and then read it in a proper bandwidth. So sometimes that happens, yeah.
Nice. Okay, we will bring out the questions.
Oh.
Please just read the name out.
Okay, ji. Krishna Gupta.
Hi sir, big
Hi,
fan
Krishna.
sir.
Thank you, Krishna.
सर ये स्टेज कॉन्फिडेंस कहाँ से लाते हो सर आप? ये मेन क्वेश्चन नहीं है, मैं मेन क्वेश्चन
ये सर स्टार्टर लेके आया हूँ मैं, अभी मेन कोर्स आएगा.
हाँ सर.
यार पहले तो ये कॉन्फिडेंस आपके प्यार से आता है, ये जो आप जोश देते हो उससे आता है, कुछ सालों तक ये करके आता है और अनु मैम से आता है. मैं एक्चुअली बताना चाहूँगा, सॉरी ये ऑफ टॉपिक है, पर जो अनु मैम ने बोला था ना कि पहला हमारा इंटरव्यू कांस में हुआ था 2015 में, दैट दिस थिंग शी ऑल्सो डजंट नो. मैं कांस जाने के लिए नर्वस नहीं था. मेरी पहली फिल्म को मैं बड़े पर्दे पे देखूंगा, नर्वस नहीं था. मैं इस बात से नर्वस था कि अनु मैम से बात करनी है, क्योंकि यार मैंने इतने इंटरव्यूज देखे थे, इतने बड़े बड़े लोगों के इंटरव्यूज लिए हैं. मैं था कि यार क्या सवाल पूछेंगे, मेरा अब्बा डब्बा जब्बा ना हो जाए. मैंने कहा, और मैंने लिटरली एक एक्सरसाइज किया था कि मैंने घर बैठ के फिक्शनल सवाल सोचे थे कि ये पूछ सकती हूँ और मैं इसका ऐसा जवाब दूंगा, और ऐसा कुछ नहीं पूछा था और ना वैसे कोई जवाब निकले. बट सॉरी यार, मैं कहीं और ही निकल गया.
अरे सर बोलो आप.
बट हाँ यार, बताओ, सवाल पूछो.
हाँ मेन सर, जैसे एज एन एक्टर कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि जो डायरेक्टर है या सिनेमाटोग्राफर है, कुछ कन्फ्यूजन होती है या फिर कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं जो हम देखते हैं एज एन एक्टर. तो आपका कोई ऐसा सजेशन आपने कभी दिया हो डायरेक्टर या सिनेमाटोग्राफर्स को जो बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट लाया हो कभी किसी मूवी में?
नहीं, सी कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि ऑन सेट व्हेन दैट सीन इज गेटिंग परफॉर्म्ड you all jam as a team. डायरेक्टर भी, डीओपी भी, एक्टर्स भी, राइटर भी होते हैं और सब जैम करते हैं कि अच्छा यार ये सीन को ऐसे करें क्या, या इसकी ज्योग्राफी ऐसे सेट करें. या एक्चुअली हर फिल्म में कुछ ना कुछ दिन ऐसे आती हैं, पर सरदार उधम में भी ऐसे हुआ था कि कई बार लाइक सुजीत दा ओनली वुड से कि यार सेट पे आके द कैमराज आर नॉट सेट. एक मेन लाइटिंग हुई है, बट द लाइटिंग इज ऑल्सो नॉट सेट, बट he calls the actors first and let them get used to the space और space के हिसाब से what is coming instinctively, and then we rehearse almost as a play. और हम कुछ play की तरह वो करके we lock the geography of the scene and then the lighting starts. So कई बार वैसे भी होता है कि ऐसे हमेशा नहीं होता कि you land up on set and everything is told to you कि ऐसे ही होगा और ये geography और ऐसे करना है. कई बार ऐसे discussions होते हैं, पर ऐसा बहुत रेयरली होता है कि हमने कुछ किया और फिर मैंने कोई टिप दिया हो और फिर वो कहते वाह क्या टिप था। और मैं बहुत अभी छोटा हूँ और बहुत अभी सीखना बचा है मुझे, पर हाँ वी डेफिनेटली वो जैमिंग सेशंस बहुत कभी कभी होते हैं, हर फिल्म में कभी कभार होते हैं बीच में।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू कृष्णा। मीना राठौड़। ओ आप हैं, हाँ जी। हेलो मैम। FC फ्रंट रो को तो देखा ही नहीं, पीछे ही देख रहे हैं।
My God. One advice that you would like to give the younger generation in managing the early success.
One advice I would love to give to the younger generation
In managing
early success.
in managing early
early
success.
success, yeah.
Acha. If it is early success, I would like them to always remember that the operative word is not success but early. It is early, you have a lot to learn, you have to a lot to evolve. Agar success आया है, always remember that you don't own it. It is given to you. तो लगे रहिए, मेहनत करते रहिए। Thank you मैम। ओह मैं भूल जाता हूँ यार, मैं देखता रहता हूँ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आ रहा है। नियति गाड़ा। आपकी फैन फॉलोइंग है नियति?
Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Niyati.
Okay, let me tell you, you've ruined my night. Because
Why?
after this, how am I supposed to sleep? After this, how am I supposed to sleep? Look at him, guys. इतने सोने लग रहे हो, मैं मेरा क्वेश्चन भूल गए. I'm sorry. 1 second.
अच्छी लाइन है।
Okay, question. If you were given a chance, which of your co-stars role would you like to play and why?
Co-stars as in like female co-stars?
Yeah.
उनके रोल?
Huh. Anyone.
मैं फिर रणबीर का लेता हूँ, रणबीर भी मेरा co-star।
It's okay, anyone. Yeah.
I would actually, I don't know. I really connected with his act in Tamasha. It's actually for me one of the most underrated films. I was absolutely in awe of that film and his performance in the film. So yeah, I guess Tamasha.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Vicky, you'll have to choose.
उसको गोद में रख लेता हूँ। प्रशांत राव। There, yeah.
Hi,
Hi
firstly,
Prashant.
Hi, firstly, congratulations for Sarhat Ke Sarabat Ke.
Thank you.
So the question I had for you was, out of all the roles you have done so far, which one have you related or resonated with the most and would do again?
Oh,
That too.
the one role I related to the most, if I have to say, strangely, is DJ Sands in Manmarziya. It's actually strangely, psychotically, it's DJ Sands and Deepak from Masan. वो अलग हैं दोनों, but I think Deepak was something I felt being closer to, but DJ Sands I felt like was my alter ego.
Yeah.
So वो एक जानवर अंदर बैठा हुआ था कहीं जो जिसको निकलने का मौका मिला, और दीपक कहीं ना कहीं also maybe because I fell in love with Deepak myself. I wanted to always keep him close to my heart because I learned so much from him. हाँ जी? दीपक.
He's just a Deepak fan.
So for me, Deepak was very dear. And Vicky was also very dear, Vicky Sandhu.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
before you pick another one, I need you to see there are people upstairs as well.
Hi guys.
There are people here as well.
Hi.
नहीं नहीं ऊपर.
Hi. Hi.
देख लो.
Thank you for coming. Sejal Mohare, have I said this right? Sejal?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Vicky. I love you. Huge fan.
Thank you.
I am from Bhopal and recently shifted to Mumbai for my passion for acting.
Oh, wow.
And I really want to ask you this question then. Since I'm an aspiring actor, what one thing you wish you knew before starting out as an actor, and now that you know, but you thought that you would have known this earlier?
ओह यार, मैं एक बात बोलूं जो मुझे डर था कि जब मुझे काम चाहिए होता था, मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि जब तक मैं काम मांगने जाता था या कोई रोल, तब तक ऑलरेडी टीम बन चुकी होती थी कि ये एक्टर तो लॉक हो गए हैं और टीम लॉक हो गई है फलाना। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि शायद यार सब कुछ हो जाता है, एंड आई डोंट नो इफ दे आर इन द लुकआउट फॉर न्यू एक्टर्स और नॉट, बट लेट मी टेल यू, द इंडस्ट्री इज हंग्री फॉर न्यू फेसेस एंड न्यू वॉइसेस। सो रियली आप सिर्फ अपने क्राफ्ट को पे काम करते रहिए, आपको जैसे ही कोई मौका मिलेगा, एंड इफ दे सी कि यार काम आता है एंड काम में आप अच्छे हो, देयर इज मतलब there's no end to the opportunities that are there, because they really every production house, every studio is really hungry for new voices and new faces and new people for them to work with. So it's really a damn good time for new people to come into the industry, and also with the boom of web series and web opening up and everything, it really is a great time. So just आप एक्टिंग पे फोकस्ड रहिए, एंड आई रियली होप वी गेट टू वर्क सून टुगेदर.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, means a lot. Thank you so much for motivating me.
Suyash. Hi Suyash.
Hi Vicky.
Hi.
If not acting, what other profession do you want to pursue in media and entertainment industry?
If not an actor, I would still want to, in whatever capacity, I would still want to keep telling stories. I don't know how. Maybe as a director, but that job is a completely different job and a mammoth of a job. So I don't know, but I really love to be a part of storytelling. तो मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या कर पाऊँगा, but किसी तरीके से तो यही काम करूँगा मैं. देखो, डायरेक्टर भी आधा एक्टर होता है, तो अगर पता नहीं, वो बहुत अलग काम है, पर आपके सवाल का जवाब देने के लिए मे बी ए डायरेक्टर.
Sure. Thank you so much.
जैसा आपका फिक्स था कि आपको एक्टिंग में जाना है, ठीक है, लेकिन आपने एडी का काम किया, क्रू में काम किया, तो एज एन एक्टर जब आप मतलब साइड पे रहते हो, क्रू में काम करते हो, तो वो कितना हेल्पफुल होता है, किस तरीके से हेल्पफुल होता है?
मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया. इनफैक्ट दैट बिकेम माई फिल्म स्कूल, बिकॉज व्हाट आई ऑल्सो वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यार 200 लोग मिलके एक फिल्म बनाते कैसे हैं. वो जो 100 पन्ने के वो उसमें फिल्म होती है, वो पर्दे पे वो ट्रांसलेशन कैसे होता है, हाउ एक्टर्स काइंड ऑफ अपना वो क्या सोच के वो एक परफॉर्मेंस देते हैं. जैसे इनफैक्ट आई फील रियली लकी दैट गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर वाज दैट फिल्म, बिकॉज आई गॉट टू विटनेस सच ब्रिलियंट एक्टर्स इन दैट फिल्म.
And so many.
और मैं सच बात बताऊं, आई वॉज ऑलवेज अ फैन ऑफ मनोज बाजपेयी सर, but I became like a die-hard fan after I saw him do what he did to Sardar Khan. Sardar Khan on paper was a ruthless guy, जिसमें कोई कॉमेडी नहीं थी. It was really hardcore, and somehow he made Sardar Khan equally funny. Yeah. And then I could never see Sardar Khan in any other way as he perceived Sardar Khan and performed it. तब just seeing that I felt कि यार कितने ways हैं एक एक्टर एक किरदार को, उस टेक्स्ट को समझ सकता है. And I think Manoj sir, he's one of my most favorite actors, and to see him live, and I also got to see their workshops live and all of that. तो बहुत ज़्यादा learning experience थी, and also just कि फिल्म साथ में कैसे बनती है, तो वो भी एक ग्राउंड रियलिटी आ जाती है. तो आपको ये नहीं लगता कि फिल्म में एक्टर की वजह से ही या सिर्फ हम ही हमें और कोई है ही नहीं, तो 200 लोग 300 लोगों की मेहनत होती है, फिर जाके वो फिल्म बनती है. तो फॉर मी इट वाज जस्ट द बेस्ट थिंग दैट कुड हैव हैपेंड टू मी. थैंक यू.
आप वहाँ पे अपनी प्रिपरेशन करके रखते थे और अभी आपने बहुत अच्छा जवाब भी दिया है उसका कि आप कैसे अपने आप को प्रिपेयर रखते हो। तो मेरा सवाल ऐसा है कि जैसे हमारे जैसे एक्टर्स होते हैं जो छोटे छोटे शहरों से आते हैं यहाँ पे मुंबई जैसे शहर में, और उसके बाद उन्हें मतलब इंडस्ट्री का ABCD नहीं पता होता है और वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ भटक रहे होते हैं, जा रहे होते हैं हर जगह। तो क्या मतलब कैसे वो चीज़ पता करनी चाहिए, या पता होना भी चाहिए या नहीं होना चाहिए? एक साइड हम अपने आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट पे भी काम कर रहे होते हैं और दूसरी साइड हमें इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में भी जानना होता है जिससे हम बिल्कुल भी अवेयर नहीं होते हैं। तो मतलब ये इतनी सारी चीज़ें जो मैं भी फेस कर रहा हूँ कहीं ना कहीं, और साथ ही साथ मेरे साथ भी ये चीज़ें चल रही हैं कि एक तरफ मैं अपने आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट पे काम करता हूँ, दूसरी तरफ दिमाग में ये भी चलता है कि ऐसा तो नहीं कि इस वजह से चीज़ें नहीं हो रही हैं, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, वैसा नहीं हो रहा है। और दूसरी चीज़ अभी आपने बहुत अच्छी चीज़ बताई कि आपके डैड आपको बहुत अच्छे से गाइड करते थे, वो चीज़ें बताते थे। तो मैं वो सवाल लिटरली भूल गया, पर ये था कि मतलब उससे कुछ रिलेटेड था। मैं अभी मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल वैसा फील कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं मैं आपको देख के बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पायर हो रहा हूँ। मतलब मेरे अंदर क्या हो रहा है मुझे खुद नहीं पता है।
क्या नाम है आपका?
मेरा नाम सर किशन है। और
किशन,
या मतलब पता नहीं है, मतलब लाइट्स वगैरह देख के और आपको देख के पता नहीं क्या फील हो रहा है, मुझे सच में नहीं पता। आई एम गॉन। पता नहीं सर।
मेरे भाई मैं कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा ज्ञान नहीं दे सकता क्योंकि इतना मैंने भी तीर नहीं मारा है, मैं भी कोशिश ही कर रहा हूँ। पर मेरे साथ भी ये होता था, जब ऑडिशन के लिए जाता था तो 100 लोग पहले ही खड़े होते थे, तो मेरा पहला ये जंग होता था कि यार मैं 100 में पहले कब पहुँचूंगा, काम तो बाद में मिलेगा, मेरे से पहले ही 100 लोग ऑडिशन दे रहे हैं। तो मुझे जो हेल्प किया, काफ़ी कुछ दोस्त यार थे जिनके साथ में ऑडिशन पे जाता था, जो मुझसे पहले से ऑडिशन दे रहे थे, तो उनको पता था कि यार कहाँ ऑडिशन होते हैं, यहाँ होता है, तो वो कर ले, तो ये कर ले। तो कहीं ना कहीं आई वॉज लकी टू हैव दोज फ्रेंड्स अराउंड। साथ साथ में जैसे तुमने भी बताया, मैं थिएटर कर रहा था ताकि मेरे क्राफ्ट पे काम चलता रहे, वो ना खो जाए कहीं। और यार मैं तुम्हें बहुत ज़्यादा एकदम परफेक्ट गाइडलाइन नहीं दे सकता कि ऐसे करो तो ये हो जाता है, क्योंकि ऐसा कोई फॉर्मूला है नहीं। मेहनत है, जैसे पहले बात हुई थी, सच्ची नीयत है, और कहीं ना कहीं पेशेंस टेस्ट होता है। सबकी जीवन में अपने लेवल पर सबके एडवांटेजेस हैं, सबके डिसएडवांटेजेस अलग हैं, पर पेशेंस टेस्ट होता है। पर वही जिगरा रखो, पैशन रखो,
सर मेरा सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, बस मेरा सवाल ऐसे ही था कि जो ये इतनी बड़ी इंडस्ट्री है जिसको हम अभी मतलब एकदम नहीं जानते, क्योंकि हम बहुत छोटे शहर से और बहुत छोटे तरीके,
डरो मत यार,
है ना? तो
इंडस्ट्री वो हमारे दिमाग में हुआ बनता है कि
क्योंकि मैं
कुछ है, डायनासोर है, कुछ नहीं है। वो सही में बता रहा हूँ, तुम्हें काम आता है, तुम्हारी कदर होगी, तो बस मेहनत करते रहो। बाकी अपने जहन में किसी चीज का डर मत बना लो कि पता नहीं क्या है जो हमें क्रैक करना है। ऑफ कोर्स हर इंडस्ट्री की तरह एक वर्क कल्चर है जिसमें घुसना इज ऑलवेज द टफेस्ट पार्ट, तो वो टफ है, पर टेक वन डे एट अ टाइम एंड यू जस्ट कीप वर्किंग ऑन योर क्राफ्ट। एंड उस दिन जो भी बेस्ट कर सको, जितने लोगों से मिल सको, डोंट ट्राई टू विन द वॉर, ट्राई एंड विन एवरी बैटल दैट यू कीप फाइटिंग, वो वॉर अपने आप जीत जाओगे।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
अच्छा, लास्ट एक अनु मैम डिसाइड करेंगी।
हाय नहीं यार विकी, मुझे क्यों मरवा रहे हो?
यू डिसाइड।
Okay, this lady in the second here.
Okay, अनु मैम ने फ्रंट रो चूज किया।
Hi. Okay, first of all, I love you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Love you too, बोल दो।
Love you too.
Okay, so my question is like, out of all the roles which you have done, I love every single one of them, but which is one role which will carry with you forever?
I think a
उनको
bit of
reply देने दो।
है? I think to be very honest, a bit of every role यार, वो कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ सिखा देता। और जैसे ये सवाल था ना कि कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे लेके आते, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये किरदार सारे प्ले करके ही वो कॉन्फिडेंस आता है। तो कहीं ना कहीं वो सारे रोल ही कुछ ना कुछ दे देते हैं। दीपक भी कुछ दे देता है, आई होप राघव का कुछ ना हो मेरे में। बाकी सब कुछ ना कुछ दे ही देते हैं कमलेश कन्हैया लाल कपासी.
Can I first just say, what a star. Thank you, Vicky Kaushal.
Thank you, man. Thank you.